that the same atmosphere will prevail during the remaining stages of the electoral process. The mission calls for patience from all Kenyans while waiting for the final results, and appeals to all political players and candidates to accept the outcome of the elections in the event that there is a reason to challenge the results. We urge persons to use the provided legal channels to resolve their disputes. The mission will continue to follow the electoral process, and the EAC will produce a comprehensive final report upon the conclusion of the process. The report will provide an in-depth analysis of the mission's observations, findings, and recommendations. Issued at the Crown Plaza Hotel, Nairobi this day, 10th day, August 2017, and signed by me, Right Honorable Professor Edward B. Rugumayo, Head of Mission, East African Community Election Observation Mission. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor, for the statement. At this moment, I would like now to call upon the International Conference on the Great Lakes region to come and make the statement. Please, Wilson, the mic is now yours. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Wilson Kajrenje. I'm the Director of Peace and Security at the Secretariat of ICGLR. I am honored reading a statement by the head of mission who had an early morning flight to catch. Preliminary statement of the International Conference on the Great Lakes region, the ICGLR. Introduction. Pursuant to the Pact on Security, Stability, and Development in the Great Lakes region, signed on the 15th of December 2006 in Nairobi, Kenya, and its Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance, specifically Chapter 3, Article 8, the ICGLR sent an observation mission to the Republic of Kenya to monitor the 2017 general elections held on 8th August 2017. The ICGLR is an intergovernmental organization comprising of 12 member states. These are Republic of Angola, current chair, Republic of Burundi, the Central African Republic, Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of Kenya, where we are, Republic of Rwanda, Republic of Sudan, Republic of South Sudan, United Republic of Tanzania, Republic of Uganda, and the Republic of Zambia. Among the organs of the ICGLR are the Forum of Parliaments, of all parliaments and senates of the ICGLR, which here are represented by General Hassan Bushra from the Senate of the Republic of Sudan. The 2017 General Election Observer Mission in the Republic of Kenya was headed by Honorable Henry Makumbi Kamya, Member of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. The mission comprised of observers from the ICGLR Forum of Parliaments, the Secretariat, the supporting staff, and other dignitaries. Observations and conclusions. The ICGLR deployed a short-term election observer mission that carefully monitored the electoral process of the Republic of Kenya from the 3rd to 9th August 2017. The mission observed not only the conduct of elections, but also pre- and post-election period, to ascertain that the elections complied with the principles as contained in the ICGLR Pact and its protocols relating to democracy and good governance, the Constitution and relevant laws of the Republic of Kenya. Prior to the elections, the mission held consultations with stakeholders, including officials of Iebc and others. We also held preliminary consultations with international election observer missions accredited to the Iebc and Kenya. On the 8th, the voting day, excuse me, the mission deployed 3 teams which observed in total 20 polling stations in different constituencies of Nairobi County and outside Nairobi. The mission observed the following. Prior to voting campaigns, the conduct of electoral campaign rallies attended by the observer mission complied with the provisions of the election laws. General preparedness. The general preparedness of the Iebc relating to sensitization and voter education, logistics arrangement, delivery of voting materials, sufficiency of voting materials, setup of polling stations, location of polling stations, accessibility of polling stations was all found to be satisfactory. The voting process. In most of the polling stations visited, voting commenced on time, while closure was extended to give all voters already lined up to cast their votes. The professionalism exhibited by the staff of Iebc on polling stations encouraged orderly, peaceful, and transparent voting process. We observed a peaceful environment free of campaign materials and activities on the voting day. We observed that the biometric voter identification in use enhanced credibility of the voting process. Security on the voting day. The mission observed the presence of adequate but not intimidating security at the polling stations. The general calm that prevailed during the voting process and afterwards. The turnout. We noted that there was massive participation of citizens in the electoral process, which was exemplified by voter high turnout on the polling day. We also observed participation of independent candidates not aligned to political parties. All the above point to a remarkably inclusive process with respect for basic rights and freedoms of the conduct of democratic elections. Counting of ballots and transmission of results. The seals on the transparent ballot boxes were broken in full view of candidates' agents, international and local observers. Counting of ballots was done in the open, in presence of candidates' agents, international and local observers. After counting, we observed signing of results sheets by polling officials and candidate agents on polling stations. We observed the utilization of ICT infrastructure in order to accelerate transmission of results. The ICGLR General Elections Observation Mission notes with appreciation the commendable role played by all stakeholders, including but not limited to the Iebc of Kenya, political parties, as well as national bodies in charge of security and the defense of the Republic of Kenya for maintaining order, transparency, peace, and ensuring participation of citizens in the 2017 general elections that were held on Tuesday, 8th, 2017. However, the general elections in Kenya, as was observed by the ICGLR Observer Mission, had some challenges that were noted during the electoral process. Among others, the slowness of biometric voter identification machines in some polling stations, late delivery of voting materials in some polling centers, which were told that it was caused by adverse weather conditions and logistic challenges. We noted that some of the polling stations did not open on time. However, this was rectified by extending the closure time to give a chance to all citizens that had turned up to cast their ballot. Given the above, the 2017 General Election Observation Mission of the ICGLR makes the following recommendations in order to improve future elections in the Republic of Kenya. 1, we recommend opening up of more voting streams at polling stations. Improvement of the speed of biometric voter identification machines. Acceleration of delivery of voting materials before voting day. We also recommend that transmission and delivery of election results from polling stations should be done together with signed result sheets or Form 34A. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the ICGLR Election Observer Mission is satisfied that the electoral process organized by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission of the Republic of Kenya was free, fair, and peaceful, transparent, and credible. As a result, the mission hopes that the final results will undoubtedly reflect the will of the citizens as expressed on the voting day. I thank you so much.
Director, thank you very much for the statement. That marks the end of our first part of this event. We are now going to enter the second part for the media to at least pose some few questions to the head of the missions, and then thereafter we shall conclude this ceremony. And I've been requested that maybe those with their mics here could transfer to the high table, because that's where they will be responding to your questions from. May I request those with these mics, please, could you take them to the... They are going to respond from there, so you transfer it there. Okay, KTN person. What is this one? This two, please. Now we shall invite a couple of questions, maybe first 5 both to the head of mission for the East African community and then to the International Conference on the Great Lakes region. So who is ready to fire the first shot? You will mention your name and then your media house and then you please pose the question.
Switch on. Yeah, sure.
So maybe you ask. Please, you had a question? Yeah. That's 1, 2. The next one, let's see. So far, only one. Please go ahead. That second one is there. Third one, where? Okay, please go ahead. And the third one is there, please.
My name is Seth Olade from NTV. Mine goes to the head of mission, EAC. There are some issues raised by the leading opposition party, which is NASA, during a press conference. The allegations range from the IEBC system being hacked. Has that particular group met you as observers? And if they did they share some of those concerns to you, and how do you respond to them? Thank you.
The second one was there, please.
My name is Abdul Rani from the BBC. The National Super Alliance, NASA, led by its flag bearer Raila Odinga, yesterday alleged that the IEBC system was compromised. But even in this briefing, the observer mission, we were expecting a comment on that, but they have commended the polls. But what do you make of that assertion from the National Super Alliance about the hacking of the IEBC system? And to what stage is your role as observers limited? Because as it appears, all your sentiments point at a conclusion of your observation of the Kenyan polls. So we'd like to know whether you're waiting to leave the country, even though it's stable as we speak, to leave the country stable while the final results were announced. Thank you.
The third one, your answer.
It's not just NASA that's raised issues with the IEBC. Sorry, Goldie Carlson from CGTN.
From
CGTN. The IEBC has admitted that there was an attempt to hack their systems. Is this not a worry for the observer mission? Secondly, what would you say to those voters who might have been disenfranchised, given that these elections have been called into question by the leading opposition party?
I think you can. The fourth one more. Then we shall have responses.
Thank you very much. My name is Julius Nkaro from NTV Uganda. Mine is just an addendum to the just concluded question. If IEBC comes out and says that there was an attempt, as the observers, did you try to find out the motive of those who attempted to hack into the server? Did you embrace yourselves to find out the motive? Thank you.
Those are enough for the time being. We can now get responses from the EAC and from the International Conference on the Great Lakes region. I think EAC, will you take the lead on this? Or International Conference? Please.
Issues raised. The issues raised. Yeah.
EAC?
You remember that meeting where this man came, Odinga? Yeah. You can respond to that. Thank you for the questions. Yes, yesterday NASA met different observation teams in this very place and put their case. And you must have followed that. They claimed that, they alleged that what they had was evidence that the server had been hacked. Last evening, when the headquarters of IBC, the CEO informed us that as far as IBC was concerned, their server was not hacked. So, as far as we observers are concerned, we have left that matter to the technical team and, of course, the IBC to sort it out. The second, I would like to inform you that as observer team, our job is to observe and report our findings, and we have nothing to do with the announcement of who has won, who has lost. Second question?
It's actually, somebody wanted to know the limit of observers because the issue of the system, the question was the same, hacking.
Yeah, I said our job is to observe and report our observations, whether the elections have been free and fair to all. We've already said that we were satisfied with the conduct of the elections, and we are sure the people of Kenya will have the choice they will have the candidates of their choice. But once again, I'd like to repeat that the allegations by NASA and the response we got from Iebc